Tom, thanks for joining us. Let me ask first what you think a no vote means, because just a few minutes ago we had Wolfgang Schäuble coming out and saying a no vote could still leave Greece eligible to remain in the euro.
Yeah, well, I think the reason, it's great to be here, thank you. I think the reason why you hear these two different messages come out, that a no vote means leaving the euro or no vote means a better deal, is because the polls in Greece are quite contradictory, and they say basically two things. The first is that people support Tsipras' hard line in the euro negotiations and they want him to take a tough position. But the second is, by an overwhelming majority, they want to stay in the euro. And those two things don't really make much sense together, but people have sort of just held both positions despite the fact that they are contradictory. And so that's why you see European leaders try to frame this as an in or out of the euro, because they know that people will want to stay in the euro, and Tsipras saying it's about getting a better deal or not, because he knows that they favour getting more concessions. And so which narrative wins will probably determine the outcome.
How important is the referendum this weekend?
I think it's incredibly important, because if Greece votes no, then it will be very difficult for European leaders to give further concessions, because it will look like they're being blackmailed. Now, they won't necessarily leave the euro next week, because it's difficult to see what the triggers are for that. There are lots of things that can be done to prevent that from happening. But it is likely there will be further capital controls, the banks will stay closed, and they will have to issue a parallel currency. So it won't be replacing the euro, but the government will essentially have to issue IOUs to pensioners and other people who they owe money to domestically. Because
how chaotic would that be?
I think it will be very chaotic, because there are signs that the Greek people don't fully, certainly until a few days ago, haven't fully understood the crisis that they're in. And that's why you saw the lines at the ATMs. I mean, one question I had was why did people not take their money out a week ago, 2 weeks ago? You could see this coming from quite a bit away. And so I think it is only dawning on people that this is a real crisis. And so I think that will grow, and the chaos will sort of grow in the coming weeks.
Then, Tom, honestly, how did they not see this coming?
I think they thought that there would be concessions, that there would be a deal, and they believed Tsipras when he said that he would, that leaving the euro would be a disaster for all of Europe, and so Germany would want to stop that from happening. And there are some signs that that's true. I mean, the fact that Schäuble came out and said that, the fact that there are sort of different things in the mix to try to keep Greece in the euro. I mean, there are some signs that ultimately Germany doesn't want, and Merkel particularly doesn't want Greece to leave.
All right, we got no time left. Should they stay in or out? What do you think?
Well, I think they should vote yes and try to get a better deal that way and be more constructive. I think a no vote will lead to a lot of uncertainty and instability next week, not just in Greece, but also in other parts of Europe.
All right. Hey, Tom, thanks so much for joining us. Thomas Wright there from the Brookings Institution.